Welcome into today's webinar. My name is Hannah Spahn, and I'm the Client Experience Specialist here at Harris Federal Law Firm. I'm really excited about today's webinar as it covers a really important qualification requirement for federal disability retirement, service deficiencies. So we're going to dive into all the details of this benefit, and we want you to be confident in your benefits and in your future after this webinar. On today's webinar, I've got with me Kimberly Baer, who is our Director of Case Processing. Kimberly's been with the team for years and has helped thousands of federal employees secure their federal disability retirement. Before we get started, make sure you find the chat box on your screen. We have people here live answering your questions as they come in, so get your questions in and we'll answer them as soon as possible. Now, a quick disclaimer before we get started. This webinar is for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. This presentation is not establishing an attorney-client relationship and only serves as general educational purposes. Now, getting into today's webinar, Federal Disability Retirement Service Deficiencies Explained. Like I said, my name is Hannah and I'll be presenting this webinar today along with Kimberly, our Director of Case Processing. Welcome, Kimberly.
Hi, Hannah. I'm Kimberly. I'm the Director of Case Processing. I've personally handled thousands of cases at our firm, as well as currently overseeing all of our active cases.
All right, now jumping right in, we're going to be talking about what is federal disability retirement. We're going to go over some eligibility and qualification requirements, and then we're going to talk specifically about the three different types of service deficiencies, which are performance, attendance, and conduct.
Now let's talk a little bit about understanding federal disability retirement. Federal disability retirement is an early retirement option for federal employees who are struggling with their job due to a medical condition. Specifically, this benefit is provided by the OPM, the Office of Personnel Management, and it does last until your regular retirement at age 62.
Exactly. We often refer to this benefit as a bridge to 62 because the benefits that federal disability retirement provides allows you to make it to your full retirement age. Now, federal disability retirement provides four main benefits: a monthly annuity payment, credible years of service, the ability to work in the private sector, and then the option to maintain your health and life insurance.
Your annuity payments while on federal disability retirement, for your first year, you're going to receive 60% of your high 3 salary. And every year after that, until the age of 62, you're going to be receiving 40% of your high 3 salary. It's important to know that your high 3 salary is just the highest 36 consecutive months of basic pay. Your disability retirement payments are going to be taxable income, and you do have the ability to keep your benefits into retirement, such as health and life insurance.
Exactly. Now, let's look at a visual representation here of what your disability retirement annuity is going to look like. If you look at the large stack of coins there on the left, that represents your full high 3 average. And then you'll see year 1 and year 2 is going to be a portion of that high 3 average. And you're going to be receiving that 40% of your high 3 average until you turn age 62.
Additionally, while you're receiving the federal disability retirement, you get to continue earning years of credible service towards your regular retirement. So every year that you're on the disability retirement is going to count towards your regular retirement as if you were working for the federal government during that time.
Yeah, so that's a super important benefit of federal disability retirement that you want to keep in mind as you're looking towards your future in retirement. Now, you're also going to be able to work in the private sector and earn additional income on top of your annuity. So an approved federal disability retirement application only proves you have an occupational disability, not necessarily a total disability. So you've still got that option to find a different job in the private sector. We see a lot of our clients go on to pursue other types of employment. A lot of delivery drivers, we've seen a lot of teachers, realtors, even lawyers. And when you're working in the private sector, you've got the option to earn up to 80% of your old position's current income.
That's exactly right. I've had a lot of my personal clients go on to be realtors, teachers, anything within their medical restrictions in the private sector. And as Hannah stated, that does not affect your annuity payment while on federal disability retirement.
Now, looking at this visual representation, you can see how your earnings in the private sector can add to your disability annuity payments. If you look at the stack of money over on the left, that represents your original salary. And then the smaller stacks represent 80% of your original salary, which is what you can make working in the private sector while on federal disability retirement.
One thing you should know is that the 80% earning cap is only in place until you reach the age 60. After the age 60, there is no earning cap set forth by OPM, so you can make as much as you want without affecting your disability retirement payments.
Exactly. So you can see here how working in the private sector, along with your disability annuity payments, allows you to earn more than what you were previously making in your federal job alone.
One perk once you're approved for federal disability retirement is that you get to maintain your health and life insurance. These benefits will carry over through the rest of your retirement into your regular retirement as well.
Perfect. So at this point, you may be wondering if you are eligible. In order to be eligible for federal disability retirement, you must meet 3 eligibility requirements. Meeting these requirements does not automatically mean you're going to be able to receive the benefit, because you also must meet qualification requirements. Your 3 eligibility requirements are: you must have 18 months of credible civilian service, you must be a Federal Employee Retirement System career employee, and you must have become disabled because of disease or injury for efficient service in your current position. Now, those were the 3 eligibility requirements. The 7 qualification requirements are: you must have a diagnosed medical condition that's expected to last for at least 1 year. You must exhibit a service deficiency, which is what we're going to be talking about a little bit later in this webinar. Your medical condition must cause your service deficiency. Your medical condition must have arisen or worsened while in your federal position. And your agency must be unable to accommodate or reassign you in your current position.
We've had a lot of clients with different medical conditions that have qualified for federal disability retirement, such as bipolar, post-traumatic stress disorder, physical conditions such as lumbar strain, ligament tears, things like that. Next, we'll discuss what service deficiencies qualify you for federal disability retirement.
So as I mentioned earlier, having a service deficiency is one of the qualification requirements for federal disability retirement. And a service deficiency is the inability to perform at least one major function of your current job that leads to a deficiency in performance, attendance, or conduct. This basically just means that your medical condition must be impacting your job in a negative way.
A performance deficiency is a decrease in your performance at work. There's many ways that this can be shown. This could be poor performance evaluations, reduced work output, adjusted work performance plans. If you're still performing satisfactory work, you must show that your medical condition is incompatible with continued performance. It can sometimes be difficult to talk to your supervisor about how your medical conditions are affecting your performance at work, but it is important. We do want that documented with your agency or your supervisor just to add that additional support and strength to your federal disability retirement claim.
Attendance deficiencies are some of the most common service deficiencies that we see. An attendance deficiency is simply an excessive use of leave. So if you've run out of sick or annual leave, if you're utilizing FMLA or LWOP, it's likely that you already have what is considered to be an attendance deficiency.
One thing to note is you don't have to take consecutive time off or be in a full leave status to have an attendance deficiency. By taking multiple days and times off of work because of your medical conditions adds to that attendance deficiency. And the last deficiency that could be documented for your disability retirement application is the conduct deficiency. This means that your conduct at work is impacting your ability to perform your job. This is typically going to be associated with mental health conditions. This is a pretty hard deficiency to prove that it is related to your medical conditions, so you will want a supportive doctor for any conduct deficiency that you currently have documented.
Now, if you don't have a service deficiency, you must show that your medical condition is incompatible with other useful service or retention in your current position. Regardless, it's important to document any service deficiencies that you may have in order to strengthen your case as much as possible.
There are a lot of different documentation that can be used to prove these service deficiencies. Some of them include the excessive use of leave. This could be with a leave and earnings statement. It could be with a leave report. You could show poor performance evaluations, work restrictions from a medical provider. Your supervisor could add statements. You could have a light duty job assignment. Anything of that nature, any type of documentation from your agency or medical provider agreeing to one of these listed deficiencies can help strengthen your case.
Exactly. And these supervisor reports, medical documentations are really important to showcase these service deficiencies, and that's a really big aspect of your application for federal disability retirement.
Now, we've covered a lot of information in this webinar, but it's really important to note that some type of deficiency is required in your federal disability retirement application, whether it's performance, attendance, or conduct. You can have multiple deficiencies, and having more than just one does strengthen your case, so that is completely okay. And this benefit can truly be life-changing, which is why we do not want you to risk your future.
Our experienced legal team is here to take the burden off of your shoulders and give you the confidence that your claim is ready for an approval. We know exactly what the OPM is looking for, and we really don't want you to risk losing out on this benefit. So if you want to give our office a call, you can schedule a free consultation right now, and we can answer questions specifically about your case. And then we're also going to be leaving the chat open for a little bit longer to answer any questions that you may have directly in this webinar. Thank you for joining me today, Kimberly. I had a lot of fun talking about the different service deficiencies for federal disability retirement.
Thanks for having me, Hannah. I love providing all of this information to all of our clients and potential clients. The more information that we can get to help better people's future, the better off they're going to be.
Thank you again for joining in on this webinar today. This was a lot of information, and I know the chat is going to be staying open for your questions, but we highly recommend you give our office a call to schedule a free consultation. We have consultation specialists who are here to answer any and all of your questions and provide you with the best direction moving forward. You will be receiving a replay of this webinar in your email in a little while, but we also have all of our webinars up on our YouTube channel. We have tons of videos and resources on our YouTube channel and website, so don't forget to check out the rest of our content as well. We're excited to serve you, and we thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you next time.